Hello, welcome to a Zendikar block plus Rise of the Eldrazi draft. I'm pretty excited for this. Let's see how it goes. We've got the Inferno Trap, River Boa, Harrow, Burst Lightning, and a Reckless Scholar, I suppose. I think it's the Inferno Trap or the River Boa. And I think it's just the Inferno Trap, although maybe Burst Lightning is actually better. I do like River Boa, but I think splashing red is probably a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and take the trap there. Alright. So Blazing Torch. There's a Mold Shambler. And Disfigure and a Whiplash Trap. Probably just take the Disfigure here. I like Mold Shambler a lot, but something like Disfigure is probably going to be pretty good, given that Rise is part of the format with all the levelers and stuff. This guy's pretty beefy. There's also an Oran Reef Recluse. There's a Heartstabber Mosquito. I do like this guy. I guess I've already gone into black, sort of. It is unfortunate to pass that Wood Crasher, but Heartstabber Mosquito is pretty sweet. Go ahead and snag him. Yeah, so far I've just taken removal spells. It seems reasonable options. Of course, I haven't played this format in a long time, so excuse me if I'm making weird picks. Well, there's Predatory Urge. That card's pretty fun. Greenweaver Druid. There's a Ruinous Minotaur. Summoner's Bane. There's some pretty large creatures. I think I will just bust out green. I can still play green, black, splash red. Yeah, I'm going to take this Greenweaver Druid. Ooh. There's Magma Rift, which isn't the worst. There's a Primal Bellow, and there's also a Timbermaw Larva. Timbermaw Larva is pretty insane. I already have a bunch of removal, so I think I'll go with the threat. Well, that's a late Skyruin Drake. Although there's Grazing Gladeheart, which is kind of insane, especially if you're trying to stall. And I haven't been going with blue, so I remember this card being very, very good. I'll go ahead and take it, just to continue with green. Ooh, a Vastwood Gorger. Seems good. Just pick up some beef to accelerate into. It's like Greenweaver Druid. So it looks like I'm playing green-black here, maybe splash red. The set's, man, good times with this set, even though I was never a fan of how fast it was. I always tried to do control and failed. But, alright, well, I could take a Molten Ravager, but I doubt I'm going to be heavy red. I think I'd rather just take a Magma Rift. Especially if you're splashing red, you could just destroy your mountain, cut yourself off, if that's your only red card. Allies. Probably not worth going for allies in this format. I'm just going to take the Magma Rift in case I really need to remove stuff. This guy's nicely out of that range. I wonder if Wizards ever considered people drafting this. So yeah, it could still be... Green seems good, although none of these cards are that amazing. Still pretty flexible, I think. Well, there's a Reckless Scholar. There's also a Savage Silhouette. I've seen this card do some pretty good stuff. But Reckless Scholar is by far the best card in this pack, so go ahead and take it. And sure, I'll take a... Well, I doubt I'm going to be that aggressive, but... Am I really going to play Shoal Serpent? Maybe I'll end up aggressive. I'll take this Unstable Footing. Yeah, I'll just take a Shoal Serpent here. And Zendikar Farguide could see play as a sideboard card. Alright, I have no idea what's going on here. I wish I had taken the Baloth Woodcrasher over the Heartstabber Mosquito in retrospect, but it's probably not that big of a deal. Especially if I end up green-black, it's pretty close. Full art lands. It's weird, are there like people living on the side of this mountain? It's kind of cool. Wow. Well, I guess I'm not getting a Jace. Scrib Nibblers. Ooh, Smother. That seems like the pick. Yeah, it's pretty much a bunch of nonsense. Although this guy's pretty good, but only in the Allies deck, which again I don't think is going to be that exciting in this format. So, yeah, we'll just Windmill Slam this Smother. Probably just be taking another Smother here. Lightkeeper of Emeria. Card's pretty good, but Smother. There's Explorer, Colony Garden, an Arbor Elf, Aether Tradewinds. I'll just take another Smother. Be happy that I have so much awesome black removal. Yeah, green-black is looking good. It's probably splash red. And hope for some big monsters in Rise. Ooh, this card's good. Summon Apes. Right. Bunch of nonsense. There's a Groundswell. I think I'll just take this Tide Force Elemental, though. This card's very good. Nothing else too exciting in the pack. I'm guessing that maybe Skyruin Drake was a better pick over the Gladeheart, but I do like green in Rise. I think Rise is going to be the crucial set for this format. The cards are just so awesome. Literally. And hopefully the format slows down enough. Whoa. There's a Quicksand, an Arbor Elf. I feel like I just take the Dragon, although I'm probably not going to be playing it. Maybe just the Quicksand is the way to go, but probably going to be 3 color, so Quicksand is a little reckless. Hmm. Really not sure what to go with here. It's the dragon or the quicksand or the arbor elf. And I'm not really that gonna play either of these cards. Maybe the arbor elf, but I think I'd rather just cack the dragon. I could end up heavy red still. It's not that far into a draft. Yeah, that guy's nonsense. That's not the worst. Gnarlid pack. It's probably the way to go. Over the quag vampires. Yeah, I kind of am still seeing black as maybe a splash color. I think green is overall safer. That's tough. I'm gonna go with the Gnarlid pack. Ooh, Nemesis Trap. There's a Crusher, Zendikar, a Nature's Claim. I think I just take the Nemesis Trap though. This card can be a complete blowout. Yeah. Probably not playing this crazy dragon. Ooh, Tuk Scrapper. This guy's insane. Right. This card's way too expensive for what it does. Ooh, there's an Iona's Judgment. Grappler Spider. I mean, I could try to be all aggro, but I'm probably not playing any of these cards. I'd rather just cack the Iona's Judgment. Hey, look, I took my 5th color. All over the place. Yep, not really sure what I'm doing still. See, there's an Aether Tradewinds. There's a Colony Garden, which could be good. Skitter of Lizards is no good. There's an Arbor Elf. I should probably just take the Arbor Elf. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the Arbor Elf there. Guess Scribnibblers isn't the worst, but it's pretty bad. So it's Tajiri's Step or Terra Eternal. Nobody's going to play that. It's a pretty cool card. I'll just take the Tajiri Step here. Card's actually good. And, Spell Contortion? Maybe just take an ally to get it out of there. Card's terrible. I'll just take the ally. Plus, if I end up aggressive, that could be good. That guy's pretty bad. There's the Scribnibblers. I'll just take the Grotog Thrasher. Could end up with some kind of weird aggro deck. I just don't think aggro is going to be that good in this format. Rise was a slow-paced game. And I guess Brink of Disaster could be an answer for a threat if I've got no other choice. Card is not very efficient or good. And I'll take the cool full art lands rather than random guys I'm not going to play. Okay, that second pack went horribly for us, but there weren't that many good cards, so hopefully it went pretty badly for everybody. Okay, so far not so good. There's a Vendetta and a Rapacious one. Nest Invader. Bloodright Invoker, maybe. I think you just take the Vendetta. Just load up on removal. As much as I want that Rapacious one, Vendetta is quite a bit better. So yeah, we'll take the Vendetta. Alright, definitely not playing white. Or blue, I think. because I'd rather just have like splash these 2 removal spells. So I don't think I'm playing the dragon either. I think we're gonna go with black green here. Okay, there's a bunch of good stuff in here. There's a Overgrown Battlement, a Beastbreaker, and an Ulamog's Crusher. But Beastbreaker is devastating. This is one of those cards that sometimes if you just play him on turn 2 and level him on turn 3, you can just win the game against people who have a slow plan. So we'll go ahead and take the Beastbreaker. I would like to get something like a Crusher, but I think I'll have another opportunity in the next couple picks. This should be pretty good. I need to play a lot of forests, though. Whoa, another Beastbreaker? Sure. There's also a Bramble Snap. That's just about it. It that Betrays is way too expensive. There's a Knoll Champion, which is pretty sweet, but Beastbreaker is definitely better. So I do kind of have... I mean, these guys don't have to be aggressive, but they're kind of aggro. Ooh, a Corpse Hatch. Wow, I have a lot of removal. There's also a Sky Scout, a Regress, an Evolving Wilds, a Bloodrite Invoker, but Corpse Hatch. Welcome to the party. Alright, now I really want some kind of monster. I've got the Gorger. Yeah, I really wish that this Heart Stabber Mosquito was that Wood Crasher. I just remember this card being devastating. It does say destroy target creature. It does not say non-black creature. Well, here's my chance to pick up an Evolving Wilds. Seems good. Not really anything else of note in that pack. I do need quite a few more cards to bring this deck together, though. Bramble Snap is a start, but I don't even have that many creatures. Well, it's really the only choice. I have to pick up more creatures. Stat. This card does not seem nearly as good as it is, but I can remember it's just so hard to race this card. I wish I had a fetch land. Yeah, I need another monster too. I've got nothing to do with my acceleration. That's the biggest weakness of this deck, I think. I need to basically hope to just wipe out their entire board with my removal, hopefully by getting like a 3-for-1 with Nemesis Trap. This card's interesting because if you want to use the trap cost, they have to hit you first. So you still take the damage. Whoa, Cadaver Imp. Seems crucial. Yeah, there's nothing else even close to this for my deck in here. I kind of want hand even, but we'll go ahead and grab that. Well, this Frostwind Invoker is way too late. And I could take Spawning Breath, but I think I really just need something like Stomper Cub. I need some more beef in here. Daggerback Basilisk does not really do what this deck needs. I have enough removal. So I'm going to go ahead and take Stomper Cub there. That's a really important lesson, that pick, like knowing what your deck needs and, you know, changing your plan accordingly. Speaking of which, Bloodrite Invoker is a great pick for us here. It gives us something to do with our ramp as well. Alright, like 2 more playables shy of a pretty awesome deck here, I think. Essence Feed or Leaf Arrow? That's really tough. Given that I didn't actually get a monster, I think I'll This is main deckable, really, though. It's not nearly as good without like a big monster though. So I'm just gonna take the Leaf Arrow for the sideboard, or maybe even main deck it. Ogre Sentry I could see playing if it comes down to it. Not the ideal card for this deck though. Maybe I should have just taken the counter spell there. Yeah, I'll cack this Regress. And Night Haze, sure. I guess I could play that. Alright, well, I'm like one card shy of a perfect deck here. I mean, not perfect, but a pretty solid one. So I may just play 18 land. It seems kind of weak. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Arbor Elf is definitely in. Leaf Arrow is the first maybe. Bramble Snap, Gnarlid Pack, 2 Beast Breakers, a Grazing Gladeheart, a Green Weaver Druid, Timbermaw Larva. I guess I could just play like a Far Guide. Stomper Cub, Vastwood Gorger. I've got Disfigure, maybe Night Haze, Vendetta, 2 Smothers, Bloodright Invoker, Cadaver Imp, Heartstabber Mosquito, Corpse Hatch, and Nemesis Trap. And then I think I'm going to splash the Inferno Trap and the Magma Rift. Let's get our removal down here. I'm going to move it over here. It's crazy amount of removal right there. Even leaving Heartstabber Mosquito in the pack. So clearly I need more creatures. So I guess this guy and this guy come into consideration. Maybe even this one. Alright, we're definitely playing the Evolving Wilds. Okay. So, what are we playing? Pretty sure we just throw in the Zendikar Far Guide. And one more. Let's see. I think I really just don't have any answers to flyers. I think I'm going to just main deck a Leaf Arrow. Give this a shot. Oh, I have so much removal though. I could just put in a Night Haze as a cycle. Take a Bull Rush in there. I don't know what to bring in. I don't know if I want to main deck Leaf Arrow with this much removal. It seems crazy. I think I'll just bring in the Night Haze as a cycle card. And let's add some land. Definitely playing 2. Probably just play 3 mountains. And then 1, 2, 3. Let's suggest. Six and 6. It's not even close to the right numbers. I think that's right. Let's do by color. Well, it's actually pretty close. But all these cards I want to play much earlier. Like, if we go back to the cost sort, all these early black cards are removal spells that I'm probably not going to be using that early necessarily. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you include Evolving Wilds. I think this seems good. We definitely want those forests for like Arbor Elf and Timbermaw Larva to be good. Got 8 of them. It's still not even ideal. Maybe I should play 3 mountains. Yeah, I'm going to play an extra forest and only 3 mountains. That's 4 total, including the Evolving Wilds, and I really don't want to make my Timber Maw larva super weak. I think this looks good. Alright, let's see how this goes. See you for the first match.